Oh, it says let cool. Oops. Mix well until evenly distributed. And cheese is gonna melt. That's fine. Honestly, it might be better if using shredded cheese to let it melt, so it'll hold shape better. Because Bon Appetit lady, Miss Claire, used Mrs. Claire? Claire used like cut up blocks of cheese, but I'm not about that life. You want to see it? Look at that. That's gonna go inside my Hot Pocket. Here's the scary part. Let's check on our dough. Yeah, I think it doubled in size. Does that size look double to you? I don't care. We're gonna work with it. So back on the dough steps, you're gonna need some more flour. So take your flour and decide where you want to make your mess. We're gonna do it over there. Don't want my phone near the flour. Make a little mess. Put your dough on top of the mess. Punch out all that air. Oh, it's really warm. That's probably enough. Flour on top. Again, no rolling pin. But I think we're going to use a cup. We're going to see how this works. Cup. Make sure I'm doing this right. It says 9-inch square. This is not a square right now. I don't have a better rolling apparatus. And it says toss that in the freezer for 10 minutes. So I guess while we're doing that, we can separate this sauce into portions. I need to cut this into 8. Put your sauce in here. And then I'm like, pretty sure you toss it in the fridge? 8 even-ish rectangles. Toss it in the fridge. Dough's not ready yet. Sauce is in the fridge. Clean your workstation. Dough is chilled now. Because I live in Arkansas and it's stupid humid outside and kind of toasty, we're gonna have to like toss this in the freezer a few times while we're working it. So let's go ahead and add the butter before we toss it back in the freezer. Now, this is supposed to be a laminated dough, and if you don't know what that is, it's a dough that has butter inside of it and like layers. It's like a butter sandwich. So free your dough, I guess. Oh, free your butter. Oh no. Definitely have to use parchment paper if you got parchment paper. This ain't it, Chief. Well, there's half of it. Cool. Sticking is not fun. Flour makes it not stick. There's a hole in my dough. I don't know what it's gonna do. I feel like it's gonna leak butter eventually, but letting it chill again. Try to fix this hole. Oh, there's another hole. Back in the freezer. I think I know why I have holes, because this is sharp, kind of, especially when you push it down on things. And it has like these little rivets. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that thing right there? I think that's digging holes into your dough. So buy a rolling pin. Like honestly, just get a rolling pin. In the meantime, could probably make the seasoning that goes on the outside of them. Just get a small bowl for that. It wants breadcrumbs. Not going to use that. Salt, onion powder, paprika, and cayenne. Don't have paprika. Going to use a little bit of cayenne. Probably some chili powder. I don't know how much of each. Just this is chili powder. That feels right. Minced onion. That feels right. Cayenne pepper. That feels right. I'm gonna go ahead and have some oregano, I think, because it needs something. Just stir that around until it's like evenly mixed. That'll work. And then just wait for the things to be finished. Dough is cold again. Just try to roll it out some more without breaking it anymore. I guess I'll use my hand. Wish I had a rolling pin. Back in the freezer. This one's for 2 hours because this is not getting any better. I think it's ready. I have absolutely no way how to tell. It's just super hard. And it's stuck. Oh, great. Now this is exactly what I wanted. Cool. Okay, so, self-note, when it says use parchment paper, use parchment paper. Good to know. Honestly, no idea how much louder that can get. So, we're just gonna roll with it. Cut this into squares. I guess square it off more than cut it into squares. And it says work with 1/3 at a time. Don't want those to stick though, so I'm just gonna, just back there. Let's work with this one right now. So now, wants me to flatten this out a little more. Yeah, this dough's like really thick. I don't know what I did. I don't know how to fix it. But sauce packets, I cut them into 8. These aren't nearly right. So I'm just gonna get the good one out. Right there. Like in the middle, right? Maybe break. Egg wash. Totally forgot that step. Do you know what egg whites are? Yeah, you've seen them all. We're gonna separate an egg. Let's see if I'm even in frame this whole time. Yeah, we're gonna separate an egg. We just want the whites. So we're just gonna do this thing like we know how to do. Perfect. That yolk's still in there. Toss it. Whisk this or something. Fork. And believe it or not, I don't own a cooking brush. So we're just gonna push this on with our finger. All 4 sides of the filling. This might be way too thick of dough, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna fold that over, pinch it down, fold this over, flatten it a little bit. This is going to break in the oven. I can already feel it. So we're just going to take this fork that we just used. I think we're going to crimp it like a ravioli. That's not awful. That's just super doughy. This. And that one's done. Let's work on the second one. Second one, smaller. And then blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 300, not 350. 30 to 35 minutes. So, let's see how this goes. I guess we'll make the other ones while those are cooking. Does that look better or worse? Number 4. This one looks way more ravioli-like. I don't know if that's a good thing. Those will go in when those come out. These are already breaking, so that's not a good sign. Is that good? Oh no. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, this one looks amazing. This bigger one that I cut in half, if you can see that dough right there, it's raw still, so that's fine. The takeaway from this, definitely bake it seam side down. I don't know what I was thinking. But let's see how it tastes. Oh my god. This is so good. Like, don't get me wrong. It could use some work. It needs way more filling. Way less dough. But this dough is nice and flaky and crunchy. The filling honestly tastes delicious. I just wish I had more of it. You see that? See the steam coming off there? This is so good. So this is my lunch. The other two are in the on the oven. They took like 30 minutes to bake. Really not that bad. So like if you want to make these, make sure you have a rolling pin. Make sure you have like patience to work with the laminated dough. But even if you mess it up, it still ends up pretty good. Measure your stuff. Don't just eyeball it, I guess. Eyeball your seasonings, but like don't eyeball the thickness of the dough and like the dimensions of the sheet you need. Yeah, anyway. That was a good first take. We'll try it again in the future, maybe next month, maybe make a better filling. Maybe buy a rolling pin. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. See you next time.